Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to share with you this 6x6-inch travel themed mini album. And there is actually something very special about this album, which I cannot really share with you just yet, but I will promise to share it with you in the near future. But you will definitely notice that I did some things different with this album. So for example, I will share this album with photos inside, and I also did some journaling and I added some papers which I actually printed out, so I not only had the physical collection but also the digital collection to create this album. And it was actually my first time using digital paper collections. But I have to say that I absolutely loved using this digital collection, and as I said, there will be more about this which I'm going to share with you soon. But I'm just wondering if any of you also already used a digital collection, printing out their own paper or have them printed out in a copy shop for making interactive mini albums or folios. And if you did, I would love to hear about it in the comments down below. And if you haven't used digital collections yet, it would be interesting for me to know if that's something you would like to try in the future. And the collection I actually used for making this album is the collection Coast to Coast by American Crafts. And this collection was just perfect for documenting my stay in Sydney because it not only had some city-related pattern papers as well as stickers, but also beach-themed images. And I decided to use it for a 6x6-inch interactive mini album. So if you're new to my channel, I just want to quickly mention here that I make my interactive mini albums by using a mix and match system. So I basically choose my interactive page styles from a collection of 50 different interactive page styles every time I make an album like this. But for more information on how I make an album like this and also on how you can make an album like this, I just recommend you watching this information video, which I will link in the top right corner right now. So let's start with a closer look at the spine, but as you can see, I didn't do much here. I just added this beautiful pattern paper. And then on the back cover, I also used some pattern paper from the collection, and I also added this gold metal label holder. And I just cut out a little phrase from one of the journaling cards saying I'm on vacation. And then for the cover, I again made this window frame using a scallop frame die cut and some acetate. And I also added a title saying Sydney 2023. And then I just embellished it with some ephemera pieces from the collection and made sure that I layer them behind the acetate window as well as on top of the frame. Now that's what the first two pages look like, and as you can see, the first interactive page style I chose to include in this album is page style 39, which I included on the inside of the front cover, and then on the right side there is my interactive page style number 10. And these two pages are documenting our stay in Palm Beach, which is a suburb in the north of Sydney. And as I said, I also included journaling and photos in this album, but to be honest, I didn't include very personal things here and details, so I just wrote down a couple of things we enjoyed doing when staying in Palm Beach. And then on the tag, I included two photos using the front and the back side. And for decorating the tag pocket, I included this journaling card I made, including this palm tree and the surfboard, as well as this label saying Palm Beach. And as always, I not only used papers from the collection, but I also included some more basic patterns as well as solid cardstock, matching the colors from the collection. So that's also what I did here. So I just used these solid papers for matching the colors on the journaling card for decorating my interactive page style number 10. And page style number 10 is definitely one of my favorites. I've used it many, many times. And this time I included 4 photos on the flaps on the outside. And then I also included a photo in the middle of the paper. And because I actually printed out this paper, as I said, I used the digital collection as well. I was able to actually print a frame on the paper, and then later on I could just glue on my photo in the middle of the frame. And then on the next 2 pages, I documented a trip we took to Jervis Bay, which is in the south of Sydney. And as you can see on the left side, I just included a little tuck spot using a scallop frame, circle die cut, and just cut it into half and glued it to the side of the page. And then for the interactive element, I included my interactive page style number 41. And this one is a page style with a swing feature, which I really love. So for the swing feature, I added this scalloped frame die cut here. And this has actually the location on it. And then for decorating the flaps on this page style, I used a journaling card. And this journaling card I actually made myself. So I just used the digital stickers and this scribble frame to create this little journaling card. So with this page style, you can just swing the swing tab to the sides, and then you would be able to open up the flaps. And for the inside of the flaps, I included 2 photos, and I just noticed that I actually could have also included a 3rd photo on the basic page, just in between those 2 photos in the size 6 by 4 inches. But yeah, I didn't here, but that's probably something I would do the next time I include this page style. For the next 2 pages, I decided to include 2 interactive elements. So on the left side, I used my interactive page style number 39, which is a beautiful page style with an elastic closure. And then you can just open up the elastic closure and you have this little accordion style booklet to add your photos or journaling cards to. And this is another journaling card I made myself using the stickers from the digital collection and a frame. And then I also added a photo on this side, and then you can flip it to the other side and there are 2 more photos. And then on the right side, there is this swing tag. So you would be able to just swing up those tags individually, and then you have room for 2 more photos underneath. And we also did a trip to the Blue Mountains, so I wasn't really expecting the collection to also include images of mountains, but it did, so that was perfect for decorating these 2 pages. So on the left side, I just included this big image of the mountains, and it's actually a journaling card, which is much smaller when you get the physical collection, but with the digital collection, I was able to enlarge it and use it on the whole page. And then I used this interactive page style number 33 with those 2 tag pockets, and for decorating I used another journaling card as well as the label with the location and a little sticker on top. Page style 31 is the page style I chose for the next interactive element. So this is the page style with a string closure, and I really love this page style because you can just include some add-ons in here such as photo tags, photo booklets, or photo mats, and different add-on styles so that you can include a couple of photos on this page style. And as you can see, these 2 pages are all about the beautiful wildlife we saw in the national parks. So I also wanted to include these images of the animals we saw on the sides of the page style. And then I just included some photos, as I said, on those little photo booklets and photo mats. And then on the right side, I also included a tuck spot, or actually it's more of a pocket, but a very tight pocket. So I wouldn't add a lot in here, but I did include another photo booklet for adding 2 more photos. The next 2 pages are again more city themed, so I included this beautiful pattern paper from the collection here with the glasses and all the city images. And then on the right side, I included my interactive page style 25, which is a waterfall page style. And you know, I always have to include a waterfall page style somewhere in my albums. And for decorating, I used this journaling card, which I didn't really do myself because the image was from the collection as it is, but then I also used this City Explorer labeling from another journaling card out of the collection, and I basically just merged those two journaling cards together to make it one. And yeah, so that's what this page style looks like once you have opened the ribbon closure and you have a lot of space for different photos here. And again, as I don't really like to include too many different patterns on a double page, I just decided to decorate the waterfall page style by using some solid cardstock. And that's actually perfect when you're printing your papers yourself, because I just printed out some papers in the colors matching the pattern paper on the left side. Now, because I wanted to include some larger photos on the next page, I decided to use the page style number 22. This is a perfect page style for larger photos, and it's also a page style with the swing tabs, so you can just swing those tabs to the bottom and then you would be able to open up the flap to the top. And the photos I wanted to highlight here are photos of the place we stayed at for a while, as well as our favorite cafe we went to every day. The next interactive page style I used is my favorite page style number 15, and this is also a page style I've used many times. And that's because it's a beautiful page style on which you can include some smaller journaling cards. So that's what I did here. I used these stamped journaling cards from the collection, but I also backed those on a frame. So this stamp frame is a die cut I had in my stash, and it just turned out perfect for those journaling cards. And then I used another heart-shaped die cut to cut out the heart for the magnet closure in the middle of the page. And I could have added 6 photos on this page style, but I decided to just include 4 photos and then add some journaling to the outer flaps. And yeah, I really love how these two pages turned out. So on the left side, I just included a little tuck spot and I added an ephemera piece on top of the tuck spot. So as I said, I had the physical collection and the digital collection, and these ephemera pieces and stickers I added mainly from the physical collection. On the next page, I just wanted to include some more photos of what we love doing when being in the city. So I decided to use this little booklet here with a Velcro circle closure, and then I was able to add more photos inside of the booklet. And because I really like the pattern paper with the map of the city, I decided to don't add any tuck spots or anything to the basic page on the right side. And as mentioned in my last video, I really try to challenge myself to also use other things than just journaling cards and scallop frame die cards. So that's what I did on this page. So I also used some stamps from the collection to actually stamp these images on the 3 circles, which I cut out with another die cut as well. And then for the interactive page style, I used page style number 8, which is a beautiful gatefold page with a pocket closure. So you have those 2 tag pockets on the bottom, and then a photo mat, or here I used a journaling card to actually hold these 2 flaps in place. And then once you have removed the photo mat, you would be able to open up the gatefold page. And as you can see, I used some photos on the inside of the gatefolds. And I also did some journaling on the photo, which I think turned out really nice. And I also added a sticker on the left side saying best memories, as well as a little heart sticker. And now we are already on the last 2 pages, and here I of course had to include my interactive page style number 1, which I usually would include on the first page, but this time I decided to use this pocket on the last page, or actually the inside of the back cover. And on the left page, I also included my interactive page style number 13. This is just another tag pocket with a tag inside, and on the tag, I again included 2 photos on the front and the back side. And inside of the pocket of my favorite page style number 1, I just included some photo tags or journaling tags, as well as a little photo mat and photo booklet. So yeah, that's it for today's video and the project share of this album. So I really hope that you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, I would love to get your feedback in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and then I see you in my next video. Bye!